Okay, we've got some dying beans, but we're gonna need to harvest them soon because there's a lot growing here. And these, again, I didn't plant. I planted them here 2 years ago. Wait, no, last year. And they dropped seeds and sprouted, and I let them go. Okay. Zucchini, I haven't gotten a yellow zucchini. Ooh, here we are. We got a yellow zucchini growing. I've gotten, oh, this is my third one. I'm gonna have to pick this, guys. Whoa. Okay, this is the third one off this one plant. Cucumbers are, I don't know, struggling, but I do have a cucumber right here. And behind us is the pepper, I guess pepper patch? I don't really know. But here I have my jalapenos. I have already harvested from this plant several peppers, but there's still some on here. I have a bunch of cayenne peppers that are getting ready to turn red, and then that's when you harvest them. All right, and then we have our succession sown peppers. These were started on July 8th. The point of these is that I'll get another harvest after these are done harvesting and I pick everything off of them. These will be right behind. So hopefully before the first frost, I will have an abundance of peppers. But right now I've got a bunch growing right now. So I'm gonna put this here for a minute. More cayenne peppers. We have cayenne peppers turning red here. We've got serrano that look good. And over here, I've got some poblanos. More cayenne. Lots of cayenne. Cayenne. I have some volunteer purple potted pole beets that are just growing up. This, more beans, or more peas, I believe. On the other side, there, poblano. Another poblano. Lots of cayenne. Another poblano. I planted peas a few weeks ago, and they're growing up. Purple potted pole beans going up the arch. I thought this was a volunteer tomatillo, but it happens to be a pepper. Jalapeno, I think. Baby jalapenos. So cute. Basil. I need to pick these onions, but they're almost done. I gotta get these ones too, but they're okay. Marigold. Here is what I'm calling my tomatillo patch. We've got some beans and stuff growing up on the side here. Growing up. But here is the tomatillos. We've got baby tomatillos growing. Let me see. Oh, you could feel a little tomato in there. That's awesome. All kinds of them. So, love tomatillos, love to make salsa. So that is looking spectacular. Okay, and then on this side, we have tomatoes. Okay, tomatillos. We have some zinnias. We have some more tomatoes. Zinnia. Tomato. We have a lot of tomatoes. These are different varieties. So I will say some of them are tangerine. I forget, Roma. I'll have to look at the packets and see. I harvested a tomato off of this plant the other day. But look how gigantor these are. That's fantastic. I love it. And then we've got more tomatoes right here. I started some seeds of squash about a week and a half ago, maybe a week ago, and we've got plants coming. I don't know. We'll see if they make it in time. Before the first frost. We'll see. These are also some succession sowed tomatoes. This is a volunteer tomatillo. I don't really know what to do. I'll probably pick it. I don't know. Another tomato I planted. This one is Cherokee tomato. There's another succession sowed ones over there. There's a bunch of volunteer tomatillos coming up over here. My cosmos that are getting ready. This tomato was probably the first tomato that was starting to blush, and it's taken the longest, and I still don't think it's ready, but I will probably pick it because the squirrels are relentless this year. Another succession sowed tomato, one here, one there. Some more volunteer tomatillos. Look at this guy right here. My sunflowers. These tomatoes are a new variety. I can't remember what they are, but we will go look when we're done. My zinnias are gonna look very full right here. Some of these are volunteers, but I know that I did sow some flower seeds over here because I wanted the pollinators drawn to this area. This plant has struggled for a long time, so I think I'm gonna pull it and put one of my plants that I have still that I haven't planted. But I will probably pull this and put one of my other tomato plants that I have that I need to plant. Another tomato plant I'm probably going, I don't know, has nothing on it, guys, nothing. So it's weird. Another zinnia, got an orange one. Love zinnias because it's like a surprise of what color they'll end up being. Like these ones, isn't it interesting? I just find it so interesting. This isn't giving it the correct colors, but it's like a salmon pink. Here's like a brighter pink. But I get so excited when they bloom because they're different colors. But these ones are the same, which is interesting. There's another pink one. Almost gonna go to seed. Here's another tomatillo. Look at all those tomatillos. Roman, get over here. In this area, I planted more sunflower seeds because I want, for when it's fall, there to be a bunch of sunflowers along this row here. Everything was pretty much dying that had bloomed earlier this year, or earlier spring, so I just chopped them. Look, the squirrels are coming and eating the heads off of them. So I'm having to, because last year I didn't get to save any seeds from my sunflowers because the squirrels were eating the ends. So I saw this somewhere and I'm doing it because I want some seeds. I need to re-up on my seeds. But Here is I believe squash, yellow squash. Tomatillo that I planted a long time ago is getting big. This pretty little sunflower. That's gonna bloom soon. I got this plant at Lowe's or Home Depot or Lowe's, I can't remember which one, for like $2 on clearance. Perennial. I got two. One came back. I think the other one was over here, but the squirrels were maniacs towards the end of last year with getting my sunflower seeds. So I think they dug that plant out. Hey, come here. Here is my hollyhock. I harvested some seeds. I have a video on my Instagram page harvesting these. And look, they're coming back already. See? Look at the sunflower seeds that I planted a few weeks ago. They're already coming up. Look. So, pretty fun. There's another sunflower seed row. And then these tomatillos that are just, I planted here. Pumpkins. And I think right now, no, I planted some new ones. Hopefully they come before. I gotta do some weeding in here. But this one and this one. Here's a tomatillo plant I planted a long time ago. It's not doing well, but it was a volunteer. I just moved it. But here we go. There, a white one and an orange one. There's nothing coming from these other ones over here. So that's interesting. I'm not sure why. Corn, struggling. I planted more, but look at all the weeds. I gotta do something different here next year. But for now, it's a good spot to have ground cover plants. But with all this bindweed, I'm thinking that I gotta figure out what I need to do with the bindweed, because it's growing everywhere. Another experiment I tried was cucumbers out of a container, and it's not working as well. I got one cucumber out of this. Here's another one. I just don't know. See, it's like they get yellow and they fall off. So this whole container gardening thing, I gotta rethink. Then over here, I've got hollyhocks. These are struggling. Not enough sun, I don't think, but they have been here since last year. Didn't do good last year, but they came back this year, and I'm just letting them go. Some sunflowers. This, I just harvested hollyhock seeds, but look, I got another round of hollyhocks coming up. I had some early spring, and now a bunch of seeds that are just, I'm letting them do their thing. This is a perennial that I planted. I think it's coming up. But a bunch of seedlings coming up. My daughter got me this bush, rose bush, and I broke it apart, and there were 3 different root systems in it. So if you buy mini roses at the store, check them and make sure if they're dying. Check to see how many are in each, because I think they were competing with each other. And the plant was like not doing good. It was infested with some type of mite, but after I put it outside, it looked like it was doing better with no bugs. But I don't really know. I'm still learning. But here we go. This is the other piece of it. And then over here is the other piece. I got some volunteer tomatoes that are coming up here. The snapdragon plant I've pruned back. This is the 3rd time. It's kind of struggling, but it's still coming back. I'm gonna save seeds from this one. 2 sunflowers. This was doing good. I gotta learn more about this plant. I don't really know what's going on. but I think I see seed pods on it, so I don't really know. Here I planted chives. I don't think that's, or not, yeah, chives. I don't think that's the seedling of a chive. I don't really know what's going on with that. Then we have the paper flowers. I planted these by seed over winter. I did the overwinter plant thing through bags, and this is literally maybe one of the only ones that survived. But this thing is doing good too. This planter's got a bunch of plants coming up. We have peppermint. This is a curled leaf parsley, I believe, which is doing pretty good. I had to move it out of direct sun not too long ago. There. My pineapple I had to move outside. Here's another round of peppers that I have. How many plants are these? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 plants. Something's eating them, but I'm gonna put them out anyways. And then these tomatoes. But this is another pair of plants that I need to put out. I just don't have space. I'm gonna have to find it. Then here's some lemon balm seeds that I started. Spearmint seeds I started. I have to put them in these things over them because the squirrels, they wouldn't stop digging in my potted plants, so I had to put these over. This one seemed to be okay, but you can see it dug, so not bad. But that is a little tour of the garden. Oh, let me show you the green stalk. I got lots of stuff growing on the green stalk. Oh, and I have peppers in here. Look, they're already rocking. I have to put these over for the squirrels, but these are doing really good already. We've got strawberries here. I don't know what they're planning on doing. I don't know what's happening, but I'm just gonna leave them there. We have, I just harvested this parsley. Yep, parsley. I harvested, it's starting to grow again. Some lemon balm. Lettuce going to seed, but I'm just gonna rip that out and put more seed. It's still kind of too hot, but I'll do it soon. Some dill. That smells amazing. Some yellow marigolds, and this big dinosaur that lives in here. Look at that. Oh my gosh, he's huge. Look at that. He lives beneath the marigolds. I planted parsley. Got some seedlings. I planted some red cabbage here. I saw that you can grow cabbage out of the green stalk. Another experiment. Here's some baby oregano I planted. Here is oregano. Some more basil I harvested. Some marjoram that I harvested too, and look, it's already growing. That's crazy. Basil. So, let me grab this. I almost forgot. So, not a bad year. Not a bad year. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.